You're right on life in the Philippines, love chain nation, poverty and issue. One nation under rule, one love.
Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from the Lombard, Philippines. I'm having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well. Where we're from. Hey, today I want to talk to you about K1 Fiance Visa 2022. Marrying a Filipina in the United States from the Philippines. Yeah, man. K1 Fiance Visa 2022. Marrying a Filipina in the United States from the Philippines. Yeah! What a joy. Such a joy that you come back to get my face. And then I want to say, those of you for the first time, if you would please, click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue receiving fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about the Philippines, you understand that this country is a country for lovers. And sometimes, my guys, my friends, when the Filipina meets a foreign man, they fall in love, they hook up, they cook up, they book up, and they shook up, and they want to get married. Yeah, say you want to get married. You're in the right place, baby. And then not only do you want to get married, but you want to bring your lady to the States. You want to bring her to the States what? Or you want to keep over it? That's another show. I'm gonna run a topic on that too. What's the benefit of bringing her to the States versus leaving her in the Philippines? Right? It's a lot of people need to know about that. I'm running too. But today we're talking about bringing her to the United States of America. Your country, tis of thee. My land of liberty, my country, tis of thee. Yeah, that's your country, man. And what's wrong with bringing her to the United States? If that's what you want to do, let's do it. So I'm gonna run it to you. You have to bring her to the United States, and there's requirements for a visa. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through from A to Z, the whole process, the whole gamut, everything you need to know. And when you get through this, you'll be prepared because this is a process, ladies and gentlemen. It's not overnight. Bam, bam, thank you, man. You go home. Yeah, it is a process. It can be very time consuming to fill out the information. It can take a long time for the United States to approve the visa, and so there's a lot of pitfalls in between point A to point Z. There's a lot of things that can happen that can put you back to point A. You start from point A, you get to point G, and then something happens, and you got to go back to point A. There's a lot of stuff, man. So be prepared. Get yourself ready. Go and get you something to drink. Sit down. We've got a lot of information covered with you. I don't expect you to remember all of this stuff, so we use this as a reference broadcast video, replay it whenever you get through ready for your process so you get familiar in your mind. A lot of things that have to happen. If you're not the kind of guy that can do paperwork, you're not the kind of guy that like to sit down and think about what I'm going to do to fill this out. That's not for you. You're not, you don't want to do the process. You can do it yourself, but a lot of people hire lawyers, attorneys, and then a lot of people hire agents to do them. The agents are very, very much less expensive than the lawyers. Visa lawyer could cost you anywhere between $1,500 to $5,000. Okay, dollars, not pesos, dollars. So, an agency would bring you anywhere between $500 to maybe $1,200. Okay, but you provide them all of your information. They fill out everything and they send it on your behalf. The third alternative is you can do this yourself. Okay, you can actually fill out all the paperwork requirements yourself. Save you a ton of money. Okay, but here's the thing: when you don't put in your application, dot all the T's and cross all the I's, if they have one iota of a scintilla missing on your application, guess what? They kick it out. And you got to start right back over from square one, okay? So a lot of people, so that they don't get turned down because they forgot this, they forgot that, say, I'm just pay for it, man. Then another alternative is this. What you can do, as you can get somebody to give you the forms, okay? Because if you don't get the forms, you have to go online and pull down the form, put down the form. It's a lot of them. So you can give you somebody, give you the forms, and they'll give you a step-by-step instruction on how to fill them out. That's another one. That's like what, $50 cheap. So and again, I will tell you more about the process on how to fill this stuff out and whether it's better to have an attorney or you do it yourself at the conclusion or towards the end of the program. I did this, ladies and gentlemen, at one point in time when Lisa D was, we had an idea that she wanted to come to live in the United States. I began the process. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about. It's a long process, and I'm gonna walk you through what happened with me, and then how I changed. I started doing it myself, right? Fill out all the paperwork, and then I realized I didn't have the time. I was working night and day, you know, for the big wheel to keep on turning, primary keep on burning, working for the man every night and day. I was working overtime. I didn't have the time, so I had to hire somebody. I didn't hire a lawyer. I hired an agent, okay, an agency that does it, like a paralegal, and it was much cheaper, but I still paid some money. Then I wound up losing the money because Tuba Queen decided she didn't want to come. Okay, so, but anyway, I know the process. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through this. I have a lot of people here today because y'all know a lot of people don't want to be bothered with marriage stuff. That's okay. You know, you think that disturbed me? Nah, because this is for people that want to do it. I just don't do stuff for one segment of people. That's it. You know, I deal with a lot of people, so I have people that want to know, BobbieD, what's the process? I love this lady so much, man. I want her to be mine, and I want to bring her to the States and meet my people, and we want to live happy, have a family. What's the process, BobbieD? I'm gonna show you, man. This is just for you. Okay, let's go. All right. Now, okay, thumbnail number one. Here we go. We're gonna run through this today because there's a lot of stuff. If you are busy doing something, you may want to put that whatever you're doing down and listen to this, unless you just don't care, you know, because it's information you need to know. So I'm trying to help you, okay? And it's a lot of information. So let's just start. Thumbnail for the day. K1 Fiance Visa. See right there? Man got his Philippine on his side. She made it to the States, and she getting ready to get married. Okay, she's happy as she can be. He's happy as he can be, and they doing a doggone thing right, tight, long, strong. They ain't playing, y'all. See, some of y'all playing. Some of y'all just players. You playing with the lady's emotions, trying to make her think you're gonna marry. You need to stop that mess. You know we gonna get married. I'm gonna get married next year. You know, next year come. You ain't thinking about no marriage. Oh, you outside bill. I meant the year after next. Okay, we'll get married. Next year after next coming, the same old. Oh man, stop playing with people like that. Don't play no game with people. If you love her, marry her. If she mean the world to you, marry her. Because if you don't, somebody else might just snatch it from you. Okay, that's why I married Lisa D. I loved her. You heard what I said? I said I loved her. I loved her, and so I married her because I wanted to live with her and I wanted to be with her because I knew she was a quality woman. I knew what I had, and so I didn't want nobody else to snatch her away. Okay, so I took her up. Now it took me 5 years, baby, to make that decision, but you know I did it. Okay, so don't be like me, no 5 years, maybe 2 or 3, but do your thing right tight on marry. Okay, put a ring on that finger, baby. Put a ring on that finger. Okay, wrong with you. Let's go. Don't hook and focus. Just forecast. Number one. Here we go. Focus. I'm gonna walk you through some things today that you need to know about how to get your fiance to the United States of America. Number one, what is the K1 Fiance Visa? Number two, the K1 Visa timeline. Number three, the K1 Visa cost. How much does it cost, BobbieD? I don't know the cost, BobbieD. You tell me. I don't know. I ain't got no money about that. Okay, man, chill. You have time to raise your money. Number four, visa requirement. What are the requirements? Does she have to be a Filipino? Does she have to be? I got many requirements, BobbieD. I got you, man. Chill. Number five, the visa process. After I told you from steps 1 through 4, I'm gonna go turn right back around, and I'm gonna give you an overview of the process. Okay, so you can have an idea of what to expect. It can be pretty overwhelming if you allow it to get to you, but think about it this is an information highway that we live in this age and era right now. So information is required to get someone from nation A to nation B. You have to be the agent or the person that initiates that information. Now, you say, well, Bobby, I ain't got to do all that. How much do you love? How much do you love your Filipino? I mean, you can't fill out a few pieces of paperwork and you call yourself loving somebody. I loved Lisa D. I filled out all the paperwork. And then I found out, I filled out all my paperwork. And I found out I filled out some things wrong because I was rushing. And then that's when I hired her. I didn't want to go back over it again. I just, man, I need you to do this for me. I'm busy. I need my woman over. So I'm telling you, man, this is a good thing for you if you want to get married. You found the right one, bang, bang, and you will make that step, you will make that leap, that commitment, that go to the next level, and then that's what you need. Okay? Now, number one, what was number one? Come on, man, y'all wake up. What is the K1 visa, fiance visa? What it is? What is it about? I'm gonna tell you, man. Chill. Let's go. Number one is what? What's the K1 fiance visa? The K1 fiance visa allows the foreign-born fiance of a U.S. citizen to travel to the United States to marry their partner within what? How many days? 90 days. Okay, not 30, not 60, but 90. You have to get married within 90-day period. So let's say you got the visa. And she approved, and you said, come on, baby, I got to send you a ticket, okay? And she coming over there, and then she get there, and then you said, well, we can't get married this month. Okay, next month, we can't get married this month. Okay, next month, we can't get married. That's 90 days gone. So she's violated her visa. She could be have a penalty on her. She could be deported, okay? So you have to be married within 90 days of that, and then that's because you have a 90-day period. Visa, okay? All right, don't get it twisted now. 90 days. All right, number two. What was number two? Number two, here we go. Don't know what to do. All right, so we'll talk about the factors of the K1 visa. Number two is the timeline. We'll look at the timeline for the visa, okay? How things should occur and what should happen and the events as they happen to get this visa for your fiance, okay? All right. Here's some of the current processing time for the I-29F, or which is called the Petition Alien Fiance Visa, is 8 to 10 months. Okay, you hear me again? Processing times 8 to 10 months, plus 4 to 6 weeks to receive an interview notice. Okay, all right. So you're talking about probably, and then you're gonna put some lag time and holiday time. You're talking about a year, at least a year more. Okay, all right. Factors that can affect your timeline. Number one, K1K originating country. Some countries have longer processes than can be brought on by the local embassy workload, conflicts in the area, or other unexpected delays. Here's another one, request for evidence, or RFE. The most common delays are brought on by RFE. They may say, I want more evidence, I need more information, request for evidence. The vast majority of these can be avoided if your petition is assembled professionally. That's what it plays to pay somebody to do it. I did it myself. I messed up. That's why I messed up. And I found out I didn't feel as I right. I had to get somebody else. The USCIS, which is the United States Citizenship Information System, workload in the past, influxes of USCIS workload. The workload may be heavy, so that may slow it down. The quality of your petition. Petitions that are easy to move through and approve tend to get approved faster. So if you got a real good petition that you send out, because actually, guys, you have to fill this stuff out. You are the petitioner, and your fiance is the petitionee. Okay, if it's messed up, it's just jacked up from the neck up, you're gonna put you back. It's gonna delay your processing time. All right, natural disasters, war, terrorism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of those things, pandemic, all of those things can delay your processing. Okay, all of those things. So we just got through the pandemic, and all of the visas, and the interview, all that stuff is delayed. They're just now getting caught up. Let's keep on. They're just now getting caught up, and so people are happy that their petitions are being held, and their interview process, their applications are being reviewed now, and it's beginning to flow. When Orange Man was there, everything was jacked up, backed up, everything. Then the pandemic came, that made it even worse. So now, since Biden got in office, he opened it up, and all these interviews and applications, all the things are running appropriately with appropriate time frame. Okay, so number number three, uh, number three, yeah, number three. Okay, here we go. All right, number three, we're going to look at. Hold on one second, guys. I got messed up here. Hold on. Number three is the visa cost. Okay, how much does it cost, BobbieD? You know, how much does it cost? That's the big question. Everybody want to know how much their pocketbook gonna be hurting, right? How much it's gonna cost me to get my lady over here? You know, and you got to look at it like this: cost is insignificant. If you love somebody, it don't matter the cost. Well, it doesn't. If you got to consider the cost, you shouldn't even be trying to marry her because you're not ready. Ready? I mean, seriously, think about it. What about you? They gonna call me too much. I don't think I want you already. Come on, man. You need to sit down somewhere. Go think about what you're doing. Think about the whole process. Because when you say something about that, like that about your lady that you're supposed to be loving and you're supposed to be wanting to marry, you're telling her that you ain't really ready. You don't really care about her that much. When I talked to Lisa D and I found out I want to marry her, and the man said he's gonna call, I said, man, hey man, do whatever it takes, man. I got it. I'm gonna get it. If I don't have it, I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter to me. I loved her. And I wanted her here. I wanted her here. Well, not here, but in the USA. Because at the time, I wanted her to be married in the USA and get, and have a life. But that didn't work out. All right, so don't worry about the cost, man. If you want it, you will do what it takes to get the money together, okay? And we're going to talk about the income as well because it costs. You have to have money. When you bring a woman over to the Philippines, to the United States, and you think it's just going to be you and her, and that's it. Nah, the government got to make sure that you're able to do what? Take care of that woman financially. You bring another body in your household. That means more food, more gas, electricity, water, all of that, more expenses. So can you handle it? Are you working at McDonald's? Can you handle it? Well, man, you got to have the income, buddy. Come on, man. You know, every money makes the world go round. That's what they say. And sometimes you got to believe that's true. Because you can't do a whole lot without no Monte. You need some cheese. So if you're not making enough cheese, don't expect you to try to get your little woman over there because it ain't going to work. You got to get you another job, get more income, and there's some other options I'll tell you about as we go through this broadcast, okay? So number one, we're going to look at the cost, okay? Cost to be the boss, man, you know? Number three, we're going to look at the cost. It costs to be the boss. You got to pay, man. It's a price you have to pay if you want to play. Yeah, I know you just want to get play. You don't want to pay. You just want to play, but they don't work like that when you marry somebody. You got to be ready, Fred. All right, number three, cost. All right, the basic K1 visa cost over. The government fee, the cost can range. The cost for a K1 visa can range anywhere from $1,200 to $5,000, including government fees, medical exam, and legal assistance. So it's costly. You can't get around that. And the fees go up every so often. Sometimes, some years they go up, some years they stay the same. They went up this year, so that's more than what it was last year. Okay, government fees, variable costs. You have the USCIS filing fee. That's the government filing fee when you put out the application. When you put in that petition, say you want to send your woman to the United States to marry you, it costs you $510. Embassy fee, $265. You have to pay a $265 embassy fee for a medical exam, and it varies by country. You have to pay $265 for your lady to get a physical, 100% from head to toe. They're gonna look at every crook and cranny in her body before they let her cross those seas to get to see you. The total government fees will be $775 assistance. Okay, K1 visa. Costs and fees breakdown. The United States filing fee, $510. This is the fee required to get started with your petition. It goes along with the I-29 form. Initial fee. Okay. Now, embassy fee, $265. Okay. This fee is paid toward the end process. Medical exam, $660 to $300. Okay. That's another medical exam. Cost varies based on country. Travel expenses varies as well. Okay. The cost for the foreign fiancé to travel to the United States after the visa, along with any travel and any travel the sponsor does carry, vary from a few hundred to tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, assistance. Lawyers can average from around 1,800 to 2,000 for a straightforward case. That's not says a low price. Usually more than that, guys. All right. So that there you have the costs associated. So you're talking about 1,200 to 5,000, maybe a little bit more than that. Okay, depending on your individual situation and your circumstance. All right. So don't worry about the cost. If do what you got to do to get your lady over here. Okay. If you got to get your extra job, you got to go to mom and pop and do what you got to do. Okay. You know, you say you love her, right? You say if you really love somebody, you do what it takes to get her with you, to be with her, and for her to be with you. Okay, and stop getting that stuff. It costs too much, but that's because you cheat, and that's because your mind is limited mentally. You have mental inability to focus on abundance. When you talk about abundance and get your abundance mindset, ain't nothing too hard for God. Ain't nothing too that you can't do when you get your mind right. Okay, it's all about how you think and how you believe that will allow you to receive that which you want in life, that which you want to have, that where you want to go, that which you want to be. Are you with me? Okay, I'm excuse me because y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't ready for this, but you need to get ready because if you want your lady over there, you need to get ready. Okay. All right. Number 3, talk about the cost. All right. Number 4, getting ready to go out the door. We're gonna look at the requirements. Okay. What are the requirements, BobbieD? Can you tell me, please? I need to know the requirements, BobbieD. Can you tell me? Okay, I got you, man. Let's go. The requirements. The first requirement is this: you are the petitioner. You are the man of the United States citizen is a petitioner. You must first of all be a United States citizen. The United States petitioner must be able to prove he or she is a U.S. citizen. Green card holders are not eligible for the K-1 visa. Okay, they are, however, eligible for a marriage green card. Okay, all right. Number 1, you got to be a citizen. Number 2, you have to be legally free to marry. Okay, that means you're not married, currently married to somebody else. You're not separated and still married. You got to be legally free to marry. If the sponsor was ever married before, he or she must provide a proof that such marriage has been legally terminated. Now, the person that's putting this application is called the sponsor or called a petitioner. That's you, a United States man. That's you. You are the sponsor or you are the petitioner. You have to prove that if you've been married before, you have to prove that your marriage has been legally terminated. That's to death, divorce, or annulment. This is usually proven with evidence such as a death certificate or divorce decree. Number 3, intend to marry within 90 days. The sponsor must convince the USCIS agents and consular officers that the relationship is bona fide and that he or she truly intends to marry within 90 days of entry. This is to avoid fraud from scammers marrying United States citizens for the sole purpose of immigration. I still on, I drop. Check it out, please. Number 4, have physically met their fiance within 2 years. Okay? So you have to have met you physically met your fiance within 2-year period of time. That means if you met her 4 years ago and you decide you want to get married now, you ain't been to the Philippines in 4 years, that's not going to work, buddy. They want you to have a recent contact, physical contact with that woman. So let's say you want to get married to somebody, you never met her because you was on a pandemic or whatever, and then you ain't met her in so many years. It's got to have met her within 2 years, or they will not grant your petition. Okay, that's a biggie. A lot of people they so scared they can't pay to come out here, but they want to get married, and then they want to do that overseas and over online marriage stuff. That ain't gonna work. You got to be able to have seen her within the last 2 years. Okay, hold on, I messed up. All right. Number 5, meet the income requirement. Okay. The United States citizen sponsor must meet the minimum requirements or use alternatives to meet the requirement. You have to have so much money, be making so much money in order to get this done. Because if your income is not there, like I mentioned to you before, they're not going to let you. If you're making $10,000 a year, how are you going to take care of you and your lady? You make enough to take care of yourself. That's what they look at. Okay, so you have to have a decent income in order for you to bring it to. Now, that may include if you're retired, that's your retirement income. You have Social Security, that's the Social Security income. All of that stuff called income. So, and you might have disability, that's still income, right? It's money coming in. So they include that as income as well. Okay. This is addition to number 4. This addition requirements. Hold on. Let me get this and my system's running a little slow. I can't see my screen. Hold on. Clear my memory. Am I still on these D? Better drop. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. I gotta clear the memory. I'm getting ready to drop. I think I'm getting ready to drop. I can't see the next slide, these people. Hold on. Let's try this. Okay. I can't. Can you see the slide on your screen, Lucy? On your screen. What do you mean? No, you're not looking at it? What does it say? Yeah, see? You can see the slide. I can't see. All right. This is basically, this slide here telling you that you can get, you can have, the income, how you can get it. You're related to the Philippines, even if you don't have the appropriate income. You can do what's called getting a joint sponsor, someone who can assist you as far as the income requirements, like say your parents or a friend of yours. They will be able to put their income down and they will assist you, that they're helping you to meet the requirement needs to get your lady to the Philippines, called a joint sponsor requirement. Okay. And that's what that is. That's what that's saying. I told you to tell you that those of you didn't have the appropriate income, I will tell you. So that's what that is. All right. I don't know why that slide won't show up for me. It'll show up for them, but it won't show up for me. What's going on? What's really going on? All right. Last one, man. We out. Okay. Here we go. Now, this is the overview of the process. Okay. Here we go. Number 1, step 1. You're going to file your petition. That will be you, American man, United States man, woman. You're going to file your petition because you are the sponsor. You're sponsoring your Filipina to come to the United States. Or you're the petitioner or sponsor. You remember those two terms, because when you fill out this application, you're going to see that. You're going to see those terms constantly over again. You might get confused, but sponsor or petitioner are you. Everything with the on is you. But the E is her, okay? Because there's so much paperwork that she has to fill out, so much paperwork that you have to fill out. They're going to say the petitioner needs to fill this out. They're going to say the petitionee, okay? So remember, you're everything on it. You are the sponsor, you're the petitioner. All right. So the first step, you fill out your form. The United States citizen sponsors files the K-1 visa petition to the USIC by mailing the completed I-29F form. And you know how the government, everything was with a form with a number and a tag on the letter on it. That form is called the I-29F form. Petition package, along with the check to the Department of Homeland Security for 510 smackers. You got me, man? $510. Make your lady want to holler and get over here. Okay? Number 2, you have once you fill that petition out, it goes to the government. They'll send you a notice of action. Okay? 2 to 3 weeks after mailing a petition, you'll get a notice of action. Okay? That means they received it and they tell you what to do, indicating that the USIC has received your petition. You do nothing at this step. That's just an informational step saying, okay, I got your stuff, but we haven't processed it yet, sir, but I got it. Just letting you know. Step number 3, notice of action 2. Usually between 8 and 10 months after mailing the petition, you'll receive a notice of action 2 in the mail, indicating that the USC has approved, denied, or request additional evidence for your petition. If approved, you do nothing at this step. If you are denied, there are a few options you need to do. Okay, you can take. If you receive a request for more information, which is the RFE, you need to respond to it with the evidence requested. Number 4, step 4. This is the NVC, which is the National Visa Center in the United States. The service center that handle your petition, and whether it's 2 of them, Vermont, California, there's a couple of them. This happens, you'll get a letter from there. This will happen within 3 weeks of your approval. The NVC will run a security check on your fiance. They're gonna run a security test. So she's been locked up, all that. Make sure she got a clean record, okay? You will not receive anything in the mail at this point. If you want to verify that the NBC has received your file, you can call them, and there's a number there for you to call. You do nothing at this step. Number 5, step 5, the NBC to the embassy. If your fiance's security check comes back clean, okay, you got to pay a check for that stuff. It's security clearance, rather. I'm sorry. If she comes back clean, no violation, no criminal records, no felons, it comes back clean, then you're approved for a K-1 visa petition. Will be routed to the Bureau of Consular Affairs. The Bureau of Consular Affairs will send your file to the United States Embassy, your fiance's country, via DHL. You do nothing at this step. Number 6, embassy letter. After receiving your visa petition, the USC Embassy, usually in the country of origin, sends the fiance a letter with instructions for scheduling the medical exam interview. Okay, at this point, your fiance gonna get a letter to schedule her medical exam at the embassy. Number 7, gather embassy documents. The U.S. Embassy will instruct the fiance to return some of the documents immediately after. Other documents will be kept until the interview. Number 8, medical exam. The fiance must do a medical exam. The package sent to the fiance by the United States Embassy will explain how to schedule the medical exam. Number 9, the fiance embassy interview. This is one of the most important steps. The fiance must attend an interview at the United States Embassy. All applicants must bring their passport if children are joining on a K-2 visa. They must also attend the interview. The children must attend as well. The fiance if you're bringing children. The package sent to the fiance by the United States Embassy will explain how to schedule the interview. Okay? All right. So you as a petitioner are not required to attend that interview. Okay? However, the sponsor of petition is allowed and encouraged to attend in some countries, while other countries will not allow the U.S. children to attend. The $265 embassy is paid directly to the embassy. A consular officer asks a series of questions to determine if the relationship is genuine. Okay, so she's going to be interviewed. She's going to ask a lot of questions. So you have to school her up on what to say, how to say, make sure that she understands your past, because they're going to ask you questions about your past, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Number 10, they issue the visa if she's approved. She gets her fiance visa, and she's able to pick the actual visa the same day, get the visa the same day, okay, if she's approved. Number 11, then she travels to the United States. Number 12, then there's wedding bells all over the place. That's it, man. Oh, Lord, that was a lot of stuff. But yeah, you see what I was telling you? It's a lot of stuff. And it could be overwhelming. It could be very, very much overwhelming if you let it overwhelm you. But if you're the kind of guy that you don't like to do a lot of detail writing this, reading this, writing this, get somebody to do it, okay? If you get an agency out there, I'll have a link in the description of this video to an agent that I use. I don't get no money out of it, so somebody trying to get money. I ain't talked to that guy for over 10 years now. Anyway, I have a link. He was pretty good. But then I lost my money because we didn't get to put the application in because Lisa did, dog us. Anyway, long story short, we didn't fill it out. We paid the guy. I got to pay them first before we do anything. And then these changed their mind, so I had to cancel it. But they have a good track record with getting people approved. They have a 99% track record of getting people approved for the visa, fiance visa in the Philippines, and they do all other countries as well. I'll leave the name and link in there for you. I talk to the guy a lot, man. I email him every now and then. See how he's doing. He emailed me too. You're a nice guy. So that's it, man. That's what you need to do if you want to get your lady to the Philippines. Plain and simple. It's easy, peasy. If you think it's hard, it's gonna be hard. If you think it's easy, it's gonna be easy. Yeah. So again, you can pay a lawyer to do this. It's gonna cost you more. You can get an agent to do it. It's gonna cost you a little bit less, or you can do it yourself. It's gonna cost you nothing but the time to fill it out. Okay. But let me caution you on that doing yourself part. Okay. Again, I tried to do this myself. When I was trying to fill it out for Lisa DK1 visa form, I sent the man the money off, fill out. But before I got to the man, I tried to do it myself. And then they sent it back. I got a letter saying they request for more information. And then I had filled out some stuff wrong. Oh man, I was so frustrated. Plus at the time I was busy. I was working overtime. I did not and I don't want to go back. That was a lot of stuff. That was a lot of stuff to fill out. I didn't want to go back. I didn't have the time to actually go back and do it again. So that's when I got the agent involved. I sent him a check. He said, "Well, just send me the paperwork you filled out, and then I'll make your corrections for you, and I'll send it in." So that's what he was working on. So it's easier, guys, if you have somebody to do it for you. But if you have the time, you're not working, you're at home every day, and you don't want to pay that montage, go and do it yourself, okay, if you can. And there's a lot of forms and examples online, because if you don't fill that information out exactly how they want it, they will kick it out. You know? And then you got to start from step one again. All over, you got to pay your money again too. Thinking we're gonna refund you because you filled it out wrong? Forget that, buddy. You gonna get charged again. So if you kind of guy that makes a lot of mistakes reading and writing all that, don't get you a lawyer or get you an agent to do it. Okay, save you a whole lot of heartache, a lot of time. But if you kind of guy, you might be an attorney like that, you know, or you might know you have a paralegal, something like that. Go and get it done. Okay. But if you don't like, you're the kind of guy, you don't do a lot of reading and writing, you don't like that. I ain't got to figure this out. I ain't got time. You know, then let that go. Get somebody, okay? But if you kind of got to get that likes that, go and do yourself. If you do, let me put it like this: if you do your taxes yourself, which I do, then you can do this, okay? You can do this. It's just filling out paper, reading and writing. That's all it is. Okay. All right, that's all I got for you, man. You know, at least you got your dirty kitchen ready. She's straightened out on that. Everything's over here is cool. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I got rid of Globe, y'all. Mm-hmm. Did y'all hear me? I got rid of Globe, and I'm so happy. I'm waiting on. I hired Sky. I'm waiting on them to come in the next couple of days. Hopefully, the next few days they'll be. I don't know how good they. I don't know how good they are as far as customer service or the internet service yet. We signed up for the Sky Fiber. We got 50 megabytes per second on fiber line. And we're looking forward to them, and we hope that it will be a good service for us. I got rid of Globe. Let me tell you what they tried to do, man. We went down there yesterday, and she said, I said, look, we hadn't had service since December. I want the contract terminated, and I'm not paying no fees. I said, I want to terminate it now. I got a little militant. She said, sir, what do you mean, sir? I said, you heard me. I said, I want this contract ended. You haven't done your part of the bargain. I agreed that you would provide me internet service, and I would pay you a certain fee. And for 3 months, ma'am, I haven't received service. I said, I want to terminate it, and I'm not paying no fee. He said, well, I got to get myself. I said, get your supervisor. When you know you're right, you can be strong with it, man. But when you know you're wrong, you never got to be like a little, but I wasn't on, I'm going to get your supervisor. I don't play. When I'm right, don't mess with me, you know? And I was right. And the supervisor said, okay, so we'll put in a letter for a request for waiver of the fee. I said, yeah, do that. And say, I don't know. If you deny me, I'm still not going to pay. So you better prove it. Because I've been a good I said, ma'am, I've never missed a payment with you. I've never been late. And I've always been on time. You can check my record. I've been a good because I want your service. This is what I got about it. I said, we want Globe, but you can't give the service. That's why we waited so long, man. We like your company. We like the service. And we waited, but you can't do it. And when I said that, she said, okay, sir. I could see it in her eyes. She understood. And then we went out. But that's how you got to do, man. Business is business. And if you can't handle your business or be in a business arrangement, I got to cancel. You know? And same thing with a man and a woman. If your man can't handle his business, let him go. Same with you, man. If your woman can't deal with you, handle her business, let her go. Okay? Because it's a mutual arrangement. It's a mutual agreement based on love. Okay? And so a lot of time when a woman can't handle her business, love is gone. Okay? And sometimes when a man can't handle his business with that woman, the love is gone. So there's no mutual love and respect for one another. Then that you need to terminate the relationship. I had to terminate Globe yesterday. I didn't want to do it, but I had no choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a bad guy. I'm a kind of guy. I'm friendly. I get along with everybody. But when you mess with me, well, you do your part, man. And I give you a chance after chance. I'm gonna give you a chance now. I just don't cut you off like that. I'm gonna give you a chance. because everybody mess up. Even I mess up. So I'm going to give you a chance. But I gave them 3 months. I mean, 3 months for a multi-billion peso company. And they couldn't get the job done. So I let them go. Okay? Lesson learned. When people don't do you right, let them go. Got no business with them. All right, let's go. We're gonna find out who rubbing up, talking up, bubbling up, being in that. He's like, who that say they're gonna beat them? I need to know. I got to know who that say they're gonna beat them. Say, I'm praying with y'all today. People get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. You just got time. All you need is love. Who said it again? Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. I know. You just get on board. Get on board. You ready, right train, BobbieD, one nation under who one love. Let's go, man. When I said toot toot, you said all aboard. Toot toot. Toot toot. When I said all aboard, you said toot toot. All aboard. All aboard. Let's ride this train, man. We got to find out who's rough enough, tough enough, buffed up enough to be the first man in the. Who that say they gonna beat them? I need to know, man. I want to know. Inquiring mind want to know. I'm gonna figure out here and find out who that is. Who that be the number one man in the house today? Who that be the number one woman in the house? I need to know. What's up, man? You all right? You good, man? You good? He said, hello, Mr. D. What's up, man? You good? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Smooth sound on the train today, number one. He kicked the some of them on, and he said, I ain't playing. I'm going to kick this door down. And he did it, man. Hey, man, Smooth, so good to see you, my brother. I know you're getting ready for your trip to the Philippines. You're planning, you're scanning, you're doing everything you need to do to make the right decision, to make to pay the right money, and get your bookings down right. And for those of you that haven't made your bookings yet, go on and do it now as quickly as you can, because they're going to go up. And the reason why I say that is because oil prices are going up. Last time I checked, the oil prices was $125 per barrel. They're probably more than that now. And whenever the oil price, the gasoline price, and all that go up, the airlines is right next. They're coming right behind, because they use what? They use fuel. They use fuel to get your jet fuel to get you where you got to. So their costs go up. They got to pass the cost on to you. So everything is going to go higher. Okay, get your tickets locked in before they go up. Okay, to the normal. And then you say, well, I can't get it, but you didn't win ticket price too. I don't want to hear all that. You had 2 years. Every last one you had 2 years. You talk about, I ain't got the money. I'm sorry. I just got to tell you, don't play that game with me. You had 2 years. And if I was your fiance or your woman out there in the Philippines, I would say, shame on you. You want me and you can't save up enough money to come and see me? I'm going to find me somebody. She got to find her somebody else. You so sorry you can't get a $2,000 or $3,000 to make a trip to the Philippines. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? You ain't got no business with no woman out here. Let's go. Right there, BobbieD, one day we got Smooth sound. He said, remember to hit that like button. Thank you so much, Smooth. And hit the like button from one time, 1, 2, 3. Chit-chit, y'all, 1, 2, 3. Chit-chit, hit the like button, please. Come on, y'all. We ain't got a lot more. Hit the like button, please. Let's go. Right there, BobbieD, one nation. Who we got? Londe. I don't know what this is. Man, this is one of these people. I'm gonna block this guy right here. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. I don't know what these people are calling me playing on my channel. I don't like it. All right, let's go to the next one. Right train, BobbieD, one nation. Smooth sounds. He said, save your money now. If you know you want to marry her, yeah, save your money, man. Save your money. Your money should already be saved up. Your money should, if you know you want to marry that woman and you've been doing pandemic for 2 years, your money should be ready. Okay? You should have enough money to get her here and to get married and to get that visa and to get yourself here to see her too. Okay? Because when I was trying to get involved with this, I want to marry her, I worked overtime. Yeah? I worked sometimes 12 hours a day, sometimes I worked 10 hours. I worked any time overtime they gave me, I did it. And I used to work 6 or 7 hours, 6 or 7 days a week. Because the day of my off day, if they had overtime on that day, guess what? I was right there. used to call me the overtime king at Verizon Wireless. Let me show you what I got on my shirt today. See right there? Verizon Wireless. That's my old company. I kept one of my t-shirts because I had a ton of them. I gave them all away except for this one right here. But yeah, I was always there when they had overtime. And you know, I never was one for no money. I had money on top of money, man. I saved a lot of money. And if you scared to work a little bit overtime, you ain't worth it. You ain't worth having that woman. You know? It's not, you know, not for you. You got to work, man. You want something, you got to get out there and get it. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing free. Ryan Train, Bobby DC, One Nation. What's up? Who we got? Murphy. Hey, what's up, Murphy? Hello, Bobby. What's up, man? You good? Ray, Murphy Hayes in the house, bro. Goldfinger. What's up, Goldfinger? Goldfinger, you're not number two. Delondre Valdez is number two. I don't know what his problem is, but I'm gonna get rid of him. But so good to see you in the house today. Ryan Train, Bobby DC, One Nation. Who we got? Murphy Hayes, he said, hello, Smooth. What's congrats, man? Congrats to you, Smooth. Smooth turned it out today. He wasn't playing. He kicked the son of a money in. He said, I'm going to get in this house. I'm going to get on the train today. I'm going to be first. Ride train, Bobby Lee, who we got? Murphy Hayes, I went through that process, know all about from start. Okay. You went through the K1 process? Well, where's your lady? You went through that process, man. Where's your lady at, man? What happened? Tell me what happened. Let's go. Ride train, Bobby Lee, One Nation. Who we got? Smooth sound. He said, thank you, Mr. Hayes. I understand. Ron Trey, Bobby Nisi, One Nation, smooth sound. I will be getting help to mine here tonight. Okay, you're gonna be getting help. It can be overwhelming, but you can do it yourself. But this is my personal recommendation. And having done it both ways myself and then having an agent do it, I would agree that the agent should do it because they're quicker, they're more efficient. They know what the ins and outs on how to fill it out. Because when they receive your petition by the USICS, they are looking for particular things, particular statements. And if they don't see those statements and stuff in just the right word and sentences, kick it out. Okay. So I found that out, and so I passed that on to you. Right, train, Bobby, who we got? Friends, what's up, man? He said, what if you already married? How's that process? That's the next step, my guy. Hey, I'm gonna bring that to you. I'm gonna bring that to you next. Brother, friends, thank you so much. That's the next process. That's the next step. I'm going to show you. It's called a spousal visa or marriage visa. Okay, that will be the next topic on the broadcast. It is similar to this, but it's actually more time consuming. It takes more time than the K1 visa. Okay. It takes more time. So I'll bring that to you tomorrow, hopefully, unless something else comes up that I got to do before that. But that's my next process. There's a lot of guys out there already married. They living in the USA, and their wife is out here. Some of them got married in the Philippines. So some of them get that online thing else. And they want to bring their wife to live with them. It can be done. It's a similar process to the K1 Fiance Visa. However, it takes a longer time. Okay, but I'm going to be working on that, friend. Thank you so much for the input. Roger and Bobby Lizzie, One Nation. Who we got? He said she's living in the I understand, friends. I'm gonna get you, man. I'm gonna get you. I'm working on that. In fact, when after I moved here and got married, at least you moved here, right? We talked about her moving back with me to the Philippines, and that at that time I would have to put in, because you already married, right? I would have to put in for what's called a spousal visa to get her over here with me. Or the other option I have is to get a tourist visa. Now, tourist visa would only be a temporary stay. A spousal visa would be a permanent stay for a while. Okay, so I'll go over those things with you hopefully on the next broadcast. If nothing else comes up that's more urgent. Okay, Round Train Bobby Lee, what we got? Murphy, hey, he said it's sort of work and paperwork you need to professionally. Yeah, if you're the kind of guy that don't like reading and writing and filling this out and all that, go and get you somebody to do it. Get you an agent. I wouldn't recommend anybody getting a lawyer because unless you got money to burn, money to give away, because it's very, very expensive. If you like me, you work hard for the multi, and you want to make sure you get the most for your money, go on and get an agent. They're going to do pretty much the same thing a lawyer would do, and it's going to cost you less, okay? Get an agent out there. At the end of this video, the description of this video, I'll leave a name and online website, a number for or the one I use. Okay, Ryan Train Bobby, who we got? Who Sam? He said I work every day to make sure I will have the money to do all I need to do. I have not had a day off in 20 days. Ooh, Lord, 20 days. You know what, man? I had a job one time when I was working 7 days a week. That's the only job I had. Well, I'm sorry, not outside of business. Because when you're in business, you work 7 days, 20%. Okay. And I had several businesses. So outside of business, I had one job that I was employed. I was an employee. It was called Delta something. We did welding. We did welding. You know the toolbox that you see on the back of the trucks, pickup trucks, toolbox. You put their tools in, something like that. I did the boxes, welded the boxes, and that factory they paid good. I was in Arkansas at that time. They paid good money, man. They worked me, yeah, man, 7 days a week. You can't. And then I worked the night shift, man. That's what made it so bad. I did that for 3 weeks, and I got to go. I did that for 3 weeks. They worked me. I didn't even know my name half the time. You know, I worked night shift, and then when I got home, I couldn't hardly sleep. And then next thing I know, it's time to go back in. And then I had no days off. I said, no, I can't do this. I needed the money, but I found something else. But yeah, it's hard, man. You work consecutively with no days off. Your body needs time to rest. And when your body don't get time to rest, things in your life have a tendency to do what? Suffer. So you need at least one day off. Try it. If you can't get a day off every week, try every other week. Take it off, you know? Take it off, man. You need time out for you. Okay? Let's go right train. Who we got? Murphy Hayes said the failure rates of doing it on yourself is very high. Yeah, it is. It is very high. However, there's some people can do it, you know. Nowadays, Murphy, they have templates, which is pre-done forms, and you just change the names and stuff, and you can fill it out like that. That will help. A lot of people do it that way. That's a way you can improve your chances of getting approved. But you would definitely, in my opinion, in order to expedite your process, get a professional, somebody. I wouldn't recommend a lawyer. I mean, I just don't. I recommend an agent that does this on a day in, day out basis. They know what to do and they know what to look out for. Okay? Ryan Train, who we got? Who? He said, put your pride aside, ask for help. There's no shame. No, there's no shame in it, man. You know, that's what I did. I needed help, you know. But I didn't. I was starting to try to redo it, but I didn't have the time. I was too busy working, and it was very time consuming to do that first time. I put that stuff in, then they send it back to me. I said, "Nah, I ain't doing this. Somebody can do what they do." So yeah, it's better to have somebody do that. Roger, who we got? Francis, BobbieD, Kusuko. Okay, Rock. Okay, cool. Ikaw, bro. You all right? So good to see you, friend. Roger, BobbieD, DC One Nation. Who we got? Everybody hit that like button one time. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. Hit that like button. Come on, man. Please. And if you have not signed up, hit the subscribe button. Can you do that for me, please? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. 1, 2, 3. Chichapaya. Hit that like button. Murphy Hayes, he said, kaboom. Hey, man. Go finger. Right, train BobbieD, DC One Nation. Smooth, sir. He said, I do admit, one time I waited too long to get my Philippine here. This was 20 years ago. And I lost her to a man in Denver. Sadly to say, he beat the hell. He beat the heck out of her. And she took her own. Ooh, sorry to hear that, man. Don't make no fun of that. Wow. Sad story right there, man. And you waited. He said, I waited a long time to get from here. This was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, he lost her Philippine to a man in Denver. And he beat her and took her, she took her life. Man, it's sad, man. That's very sad. I'm sorry to hear that happen. But if you do it, you know, that's a loss on your part and the world's part as well. I hope the person that perpetrated that crime got convicted and got some time, you know. That's sad, man. You know, that's what more important, that when you find the one that you know is for you, don't wait, man. Don't wait. And you know it's no, you know, and y'all agree on it, you know, you're gonna get it done, man. Because somebody else can take it, you know. And then you out in a loss. Roger Murphy, hey, he said, when I went through the process, the prices were fairly low, but now they're triple. Yeah, everything went up. Everything went up. But when I went through it, I think I paid like 2 something, 3 something. Anyway, I paid the agent 2 or 3 something, and all other prices were lower. But this year, they went up, and I'll probably go up again next year too. So, government, they want more money, more revenue, you know. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all too. For the Philippine visas, all of that stuff is getting ready to go up. And for the Philippine prices, for your visas, 9A visa, all that stuff getting ready to go up. They passed a new visa immigration law, and very soon before Duterte leaves office, they're saying that this law will take effect, and all the prices for the visas in the Philippines will go up. Because you know what, this country needs monetary, right? After the pandemic, so all the visa prices, if you file to get a visa to come here, it's gonna go up. So be ready for that. Ride Train, Bobby DC, One Nation. Who we got? Baby, I feel I tried to myself and wasted money and gave up before I found out that they were organization can help to do. I decided to go in another route. Yeah, I did it too. I filled everything out, man. But I said I must have did. I got this all wrong, man. They did it RFI, request for more information, and then I filled something out wrong. They kicked it back, and then I didn't want to do it again because there was a lot of stuff, and I didn't know. I couldn't understand exactly what they were saying I did wrong. So, and then I didn't have the time, so I got somebody else to do it, man, which is easier. Don't waste the time. Pay the money, pay the dime. Let's go, Ride Train. Who we got? Smooth. He said, I will be a K2 visa for me. It will be a K2. K1, K2. K2, I got to get familiar with K2. All I know is K1. K2, what's K2? Tell me about that, man. Ride Train, Bobby DC, One Nation, we got? Are you talking about CR1, CR2? CR1, K1 visa is a visa where you've been married less than a year or you've been engaged less than a year. K2, CR2 is a spousal visa where you have been married 2 years and you want to get that woman over there to the Philippines. You're already married. It's called CR2. And that's what you're talking about, K2. All right, let's go. A lot of information I passed on to you. I hope you guys got something out of it. If you didn't, that's your loss and somebody else's game. Because I told you, get ready to listen up. All right, that's it for now. I feel like I want to sneeze. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. I felt a sneeze coming on. Okay, it went away. All right. Let's be real. What else we got? She has, that's right, K2 is a child. I forgot about that. Yeah, if you got a child, it's K2. That's right, I forgot. But yeah, you guys out there that deal with children, make sure they're small kids, because if you got a teenager and you're trying to get over, it's going to be hell on your hands, okay? Teenage kids, especially the boys, can give you a whole lot of trouble, okay? I'm telling you straight up. So if you got a Filipino and they got kids, it's okay, man. If that's your thing. I recommend you don't find one with kids, but if you do have to, you like on kids, make sure that they're younger kids, because teenagers will give you a lot of trouble, especially the boys, because they're very, they're very protective about their moms, and it's like you're a man, they're a male against male thing. You coming against their mom, and they remember their dad, and it could be a nasty nightmare situation. So I would recommend if you got a Filipino out there, make sure their kids not teenage age. Okay, that's it, man. That's up now. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time. Hopefully, same time. Not women. We might be doing a live tomorrow, remote. I think we may have to go out, but we'll see. But that's it for now, guys. This is BobbieD saying take care. God bless and have peace in Ukraine and peace in the Middle East. That's it for now, guys. Take care. God bless. Peace.